Good morning friends. Today I am going to show you a demo of functional medicine timeline. We had created this timeline in Excel 2013, so minimally you require Excel 2013. My name is Dr. Anish Musa and today I am going to show you how we can create a timeline in Excel. So here I add patient's name, his birth date and his address, phone number and email, and I mention current date. Here I mention patient's current concern, like my patient having a joint pain. She was diagnosed with RA and she is on methotrexate. She having a joint pain, bloating and gas and mild fever. You can change it with any other symptom, like patient having fever. Okay, and you can write down its severity, like mild, moderate, severe, and you can mention in that way. Next we add some birth history. For example, my patient is premature, but I can change it to an full term C-section. It can be a vaginal delivery, or like this way I can add a few birth history. Same way we can add a dental history and environmental and toxins history, like patient having a smoking, then we can add history of smoking. So here we have to mention a start date. It could be approximate, it should not be accurate, but we have to mention a start date, otherwise our Excel or these things doesn't take in a timeline. Same way you can add family history, like thyroid disease runs in a father, so we can make it antecedent in other history. Next we add male and female history, like my patient is female, so I add here. So first child, second child, she is born with C-section, and we can write down any comment or any problem, like this patient having toxemia in second. This way we can we can add another history, and relation to the female patient we can add disease and conditions. Next we can add disease and conditions, so it's a lengthy form but it's simple. We have divided everything in a symptom and disease condition, patient diagnosed or patient is having disease. For example, general condition, my patient having a fatigue, I can write down a comment whatever I want to write down. Then head and neck, gastrointestinal, my patient having IBS, start date and end date. Start date is compulsory, end date is not compulsory. I will explain you in a minute. Here we can add a symptom for gastrointestinal tract. Then respiratory, if patient is diagnosed with asthma, we can write down if it is now or in past. For example, patient having in past, it could be in date is 06/2005. Okay, so patient having in a past, and end date it may be in current date 02/05/2017, and you can write down any comment for these symptoms or this condition. Same way you can write down urinary tract, and we had completed all symptoms and conditions. And if something is not in your list, then you can write down your customized list. For example, my patient having emotional trauma, we know somewhere be it 1995, and then diagnose study, if patient having any study done, like my patient having a CT scan done, colonoscopy, we can write down date. If patient having some blood test, positive blood test, then you can mention the whatever date it. If patient having any surgical history, for example, my patient having done appendectomy in 2000, like other history or other things, you can write down customized list. Then once you add all this history and forms, then finally once you go to edit timeline, in edit timeline, once you came here, only once you have to press these things. When you press these things, all your history come down. and it is in chronological order. So you can change here if you want to change something here, but once you change it, don't click this button, otherwise all your changes will go away and you start from beginning. So you can do like this, and once you finish editing, you can create a timeline like this. You can see this is timeline we had created. Now look at this. So we can add here this is the height, so I would like to add aromatic fever. Now it is in clumsy, so you can change the height of everything from here, right? So like these symptoms I want to make it higher, so 80 it will go up, more 100 is go up. If you want to make it down, then minus 60 it will go down, but we want at 120, so it is most of top. Okay, so in that scans you can write down or you can move it. Now if it is not okay with these things, then we can click on edit graph and we can move these things on a higher side like this. If I want to move these things on a this side, then I can move on this side, or whatever you want to do it, you can even do it. And this signifies the duration of the symptom. For example, this symptoms is an IBS, so it's diagnosed at the age of 27 and is continued for almost 3-4 years. You can see these things. So this signifies duration of the symptoms, and here on this side you can get all your antecedent, right? So for example, again I want to edit, and I think the peptic disease and trigger of the patient's condition, then change it, and then you can have it here. You can see the peptic disease ulcer, so this way you can make an. Now you can print this, and I will show you. You can print like this. Thank you very much.